stream in partnership with MMO Examiner, who you can see down there. Today is me and May. We're rocking it. All
Hello.
right, simple and sweet. This is the Nintendo Spotlight, which, for some like myself who are recent adopters of the Nintendo Switch, this is a pretty big. This is a pretty big deal. I'm excited to see what sort of games are going to fill up the library of this new console. We already got a bunch of huge announcements back in January, and then the Pokemon Direct took place last week, which announced that they're porting Pokken Tournament to the console. So we're going to be seeing, I think, quite a few new announcements. I don't think they'd have a 25-minute presentation dedicated entirely to more trailers for games we already know about. That being said, we are going to probably get a nice extended look at Super Mario Odyssey.
I'm really excited to see more Super Mario Odyssey because I want to know if you can kill people when you jump on them.
Like the actual humans in New Donk City?
Yeah, because I think I heard in some like conference, someone was like asked a question of like, so like what happens if you jump on the humans? And then I think some Nintendo person was like, exactly what you would expect.
So you're hoping that there's really gratuitous violence and incredibly graphic murder in this new Mario game.
I mean, in the Mario Rabbids game, Mario has a gun, so I don't think it's a big stretch to imagine murder.
Well, that's Rabbids, that they bring chaos. They're harbingers, if you will, for anything they touch, really.
Of doom.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Man, I'm just really excited for Mario Odyssey. I think it's a great departure from what the Mario games have been over the past several years. Personally, my favorite main game Mario title is Super Mario Galaxy because I really like the aesthetic of the game and how it's got full orchestral soundtrack. It's just a really vibrant and mysterious experience, I'll say. But Odyssey looks to be a little bit more of a sandbox game, and I think as we've learned, when Nintendo Switch sandbox games come out, they seem to be really awesome. So, it's almost as though Mario is following the same footsteps of Zelda and making its own Breath of the Wild, so to speak, which is great because Breath of the Wild is easily the best Zelda game ever made. So it'll be definitely a nice touch to see what they do with this. As for new game announcements, I don't know. I mean, I think today we might get a look at the new Fire Emblem. I definitely am confident about that. Not Fire Emblem Warriors, but the one that's coming out for Switch. The one they announced back at the Fire Emblem Direct in, goodness, what was it, February, I think? Maybe? Whenever Fire Emblem Heroes came out.
I'm holding out so much hope for an Animal Crossing Switch game. I believe truly in my heart that there will be an Animal Crossing Switch game announced today.
I think that you need to emotionally and mentally prepare yourself, not for the idea that an Animal Crossing game won't happen, but for the even worse idea that an Animal Crossing game will happen and it'll be another spin-off like Amiibo Festival.
Well, I mean, Happy Home Designer was good.
But Amiibo Festival.
I don't remember that actually being a game. I forgot about it completely.
It's one of those things that you repressed because it was too much mental.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think they would do 3 Animal Crossing spin-off games in a row, though.
You don't think that? I do. I very much do. Because fans of Metroid wanted a main series Metroid game probably for the last 10 years, now that I'm doing the math. And instead what they got was Metroid Prime Federation Force, which looked like it could have been a good game. It's just unfortunately when you're dealing with a franchise that has been so empty, practically non-existent, I would even argue, for the past 10 years. People don't want a weird offbeat spin-off. They want something that speaks to the soul of the series. That being said, I think that there's no console ever made that complements Animal Crossing better than the Nintendo Switch.
Wow, that
So
would be so
so I
amazing.
really hope that they're on their game and announce a new title. One thing that I personally am really excited for, and I know it's kind of weird to be going into a presentation about new things and wanting to hear about old games, but I want to know what the virtual console is going to be like on the Nintendo Switch. Primarily, whether or not GameCube games are going to be on it, because if I can play GameCube games on the go, I'm a happy man.
That would be so amazing. I want
Absolutely.
to play all of the old Pokemon Coliseum and like
Yeah.
the Galar
Oh,
regions
and like
again.
Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door, and even like I'm not the biggest fan, but Melee players will lose their mind if they get to play the second Smash on the Switch. It's the most loved in the series. Um, that's another game that everybody is really curious about, but we're not going to talk about it because I'm not yet a believer. So if something Smash Bros related happens, and I guess this is a good disclaimer both for you, May, as well as the viewers. I think there's just something within every Nintendo fan that whenever something Smash related happens causes them to go into a state of extreme panic and excitement, and I
I'm
might
actually not a fan of Smash like at all.
I I just want to say that if at any point I lose any trace of the professionalism I try to carry throughout these streams due to a Smash Bros announcement, don't hold it against me, and it's a one-time thing.
I'll keep it real on my side because I won't care at all.
Glad to hear. I think and it's really funny because like I am I'd say intermediate quality Smash player. Like I'm pretty good at the game. I can hold my own in most matches, but what it really is that excites me about Smash Bros is that I really enjoy games as a culture. That's why I do things like these streams and stuff. I like discussing games in large part because of what they represent as a medium, as well as beyond being, just functionally speaking. So Smash Bros to me being a tribute to uh, primarily a company that has been deeply rooted in the games industry since its birth, and secondarily, a celebration of the medium as a whole with the addition of characters like Pac-Man and Mega Man and Sonic the Hedgehog and Solid Snake. So really for me,
Solid
what
Snake,
yes,
love
Solid
that
Snake.
guy.
Yeah, there we go.
He's my dad.
Well, like what it comes down to for me in that context is that Smash Bros is a strong tribute to the medium of video games, and that is why it's one of my favorite games. And I share probably what I think is the most unpopular opinion about the franchise altogether, which is that Brawl, the third game for Wii, is my personal favorite because of all of the elements of trivia and hidden content that only huge fans of a lot of these really long running series will get. That's what I think is the true essence of the game. And then, the fighting's fun. So who knows? Who knows what we'll see for Smash? Arms, I don't think we really need to see anything about here, so I really hope they don't spend any time on Arms, especially since it comes out in like 3 days. And like we already kind of know what it's about, in that we've had the global test punch go for 2 weekends now. And like this isn't to say that I don't enjoy Arms, because I think it's an awesome game. Now that I've been able to try it more extensively, I can see it developing a pretty strong competitive community. Um, I just don't think that it is what we need to be focusing on at this event. And also, like Pokken, Splatoon 2 will probably have a presence here, but those other two, I don't need to see, especially Pokken because it's already out. The game came out last year, so I understand the value of ports. I get it, especially when the Wii U didn't sell well, so a lot of people who are Nintendo fans didn't even get to try a lot of these really interesting games. But it's just don't focus on the ports. Let us know that they're coming. Give us release dates. If they're not full remakes, if it's only one or two extra characters, I really don't want to take the time to focus on long-winded discussions about the essence of Pokemon and how it's translated into a fighting game. And that's not just because I'm not a big Pokemon fan.
even as a Pokemon fan, I'm just not a fan of fighting games, so I don't care at all.
Like, the Pokemon Direct in and of itself was literally just back-to-back, here are some games you already played, and here are some kind of new ways to play them. That's exactly what it was.
I'm excited for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
What differences are they going to have that's going to make them worth the full price of
Whole new storyline. I mean, why would anyone, like, it's the same reasons that other people buy, like Emerald, or, like, if you played Ruby, why would you buy Emerald? Because Emerald has a bunch of extra stuff to do.
Yeah, but isn't then I don't think that's a good practice. I think that's a weird way to go about releasing games.
Pokemon Black and White 2, that was kind of like a continuation of a very story-driven game. Pokemon Sun and Moon, extremely story-driven. So I feel like they'll continue the story in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
I really hope that in doing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon that they are continuations of the story, because otherwise that to me just feels like I understand, like, if they were on the Switch, I would get it. but just, re-releasing, I feel, the same game multiple times, I don't think that's a good practice, especially within a year of its launch. I don't know. That's just my stance. I understood Black 2 and White 2, and quite frankly, I didn't even really get into the Gen 5 games, but I understood.
My favorite game.
I've heard that they're really good, and I feel like if they'd come out a couple of years earlier, I probably would have gotten into them. But, by the time they came out, timing with me and the games I was playing didn't really line up with the types of games like Pokemon. But, I mean, I understand making a sequel of critically acclaimed story-driven games, right? Like, XD was made on the same engine and everything as Coliseum, and I don't think that there was anything wrong with that. But, in hindsight, Emerald versus Ruby and Sapphire, no, I don't think that justified the price of a full game. The Battle Frontier was sick. I'm not going to deny that. And Emerald is my favorite Pokemon game. But I do feel like, especially now, when the differences between Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire and Pokemon Emerald could be DLC, it feels weird to launch a whole separate game for that. I mean, hopefully it is a completely different story for Ultra Sun and Moon, but they said alternate, which makes me think not that many changes. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm sure.
I'll tell you when I play
it. I'm sure we'll find out more about it soon. Hopefully not today, though, because I want this to be about Switch games. No 3DS stuff.
I wouldn't mind some 3DS stuff, considering that I will probably not own a Switch for, like, years to come.
Yeah, I mean, but the 3DS, I feel, is... Actually, I got mine sitting right here. I feel like it's already got this substantial library of games that could keep even the most dedicated player occupied for, like... Oh, okay. I will stop talking for Nintendo. What's good, guys? Turn this volume up. Oh, we're kicking it off with arms. They know what they're doing, having Twintel in the... Oh! Huh. Rocket League. That's pretty big. So I call hitting the ground running, huh? FIFA. You know what I think this is probably their reel of their competitive games? Because they're really trying to push the competitive scene for Nintendo games. I'll not be playing my Switch in any tunnels.
No. No.
That doesn't feel safe to me.
I like this Splatoon warehouse. This is where I live.
I'm pretty big in
I'm
the...
really into this fantasy world that Nintendo weaves in its commercials, where just everyone has a Switch and is always playing them, no matter where they are.
And it's also an underground Splatoon circuit,
Yeah.
which I imagine is illegal.
Absolutely.
Ugh, that'd be so hype. Make a TV drama about that. Alright, now that we got those out of the way.
The game is fun.
My man Reggie.
Oh, I love you, Reggie.
If it's not
That's
fun,
my dad.
why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun?
Yeah.
It's a test that you pass, or a quest that you fail. A race against time. Fun and battle always locked together. But the game is also something else. It's a journey, a passport to new worlds, maybe even an odyssey. A look, a feel, an exploration. Close your focus and open your mind. Yes, the journey requires the right ticket. And that ticket is the Nintendo Switch. But in the end, it's not just where you can take your game. It's where your game can take you.
Tripping
Reggie's
out,
God.
Monolith Soft.
Story goes when the world was young. Everyone in our race lived on the World Tree.
Oh, yeah.
Together with our Divine Father.
Oh, is it a European localization again?
They called that paradise
Elysium. This is when they announce it comes out today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me another excuse to go broke.
They're gonna look right at the camera and be like, Mustapha, this one's for you.
Blade.
As the driver of the Aegis, can you take me to Elysium?
I'm in. Let's go
His
to
mouth is
Elysium.
weird.
I'll take you there myself.
Oh, she's this.
We'll show you. We'll show you what me and Potter are made of. Take this. Now that you've come this far,
It's a little bit more anime than the first game, no doubt, but
you and that sword
Ooh, a clover. Love that boy.
is Elysium.
This way he calls Potter. Her flames hide something deeper.
What's the matter? Are you the Aegis or aren't you?
I won't use that power, and I won't let you use it either.
If you know what you desire, you will have to show it. Not with words, but with your own strength. Everyone, let's go!
it's coming out of this year. Okay, so that's good.
Holy.
Oh man. First look.
Sometimes you need a hero. A sword swinging, fire wielding, stone cold hero with insatiable appetite?
Oh.
Kirby!
Oh, it's just more Kirby making friends. Cool.
Minasan. Hi everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. I hope you've been enjoying the journey with Nintendo Switch so far. When I found out that Nintendo Switch is being accepted by video game fans from all over the world as a home console that could be taken with you anywhere, I felt so relieved. Take Switch outside, come together, and share the
Relieved
experience.
is a weird word.
This idea was how we hoped people
Yeah.
would play with
I was
Nintendo
definitely
Switch.
expecting it to
The
fail,
people are
but
coming up with many
Thank
creative
God
ways
that
in all
it's
kinds of
accepted and not bullied like I thought it was going to
ways
be.
unexpected. This summer, Nintendo and its third-party partners will release many multiplayer games that can be played anytime, anywhere, and with anyone. We hope there will be many heated competitions that will be ignited by Nintendo Switch. Now, we'll continue our look at even more new game worlds for Nintendo Switch. But before we do, there is one announcement we'd like to share from our very special friend. Please take a look.
Hi everyone, I'm Furukazu Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Just the other day, we announced that Pokken Tournament Deluxe
I have
is
that
coming to
Poplio.
Nintendo Switch. This is the latest version of the premier Pokemon fighting game. Two people can dive right into battle using two Joy-Con controllers, so you can experience heated Pokemon battles with just one Nintendo Switch console. There are some fresh additions, including new Pokemon, and this deluxe version of the game will be on display at E3 for attendees to play. I have one more announcement. Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch.
Hey, there we
It may
go.
not be released for more than a year, but we
Finally.
hope you'll
No
look forward
way.
to it all
Thank
the same.
you.
In the meantime, let's enjoy this year's E3.
Okay, that's
Thank you
good.
very much.
Good
Heck
direction.
yeah.
We heard that the Pokemon series is being developed for Nintendo Switch. What kind of Pokemon game will we be able to play on Nintendo Switch? I'm looking forward to it myself. At this year's E3, we're mostly showing games that will be released in 2017. But please know that here at Nintendo, we're working on many forms of entertainment that can only be made possible on Nintendo Switch. We hope you look forward to them as well. Now let's continue on with the journey with Nintendo Switch.
Space.
Mm-hmm.
Four.
Metroid?
Oh.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Oh, Yoshi's Woolly World. Again?
I don't like the texture on that Yoshi.
Is this... Or is this Yoshi's story? That's a pretty
I
cool
love this
mechanic.
whimsical music.
I really like how Yoshi games can kind of freely experiment with, like, really weird mechanics. But what is this? Yoshi. It's just Yoshi. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Koei Tecmo, Fire Emblem Warriors. What's up? We gonna get to see Lucina today?
Oh, please, God. Let me see my beautiful daughter.
Oh, this might be a Tiki announcement.
Ooh. So good. So good.
Oh, more OCs. Oh, Ryoma, Corrin, Xander, and Marth. Wow, Marth. Whew.
Okay.
There's the kicker right there.
Remember that you can rely on your friends. We're with you.
Get it together, you two. If you can't do this, who can? You fought your way this far.
I'm glad Ryoma's in it. I'm glad Xander's in it too. Don't really like Corrin that much.
We can overcome it if we're working together.
All right, let's move out.
Working together, we can finish this.
Alright, let's not turn Fire Emblem into the real superpower of friendship, people. Than the Sonic Heroes.
Hi there. I'm the Legend of Zelda series producer.
Oh, the DLC for Breath of the Wild?
You may have already heard about it during Bethesda's showcase that was held a few days
Oh,
ago.
the
It was
Skyrim.
announced that select Zelda items will appear in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim. I'm really looking forward to exploring Skyrim with the Master Sword in hand. Oh, when did this Master Sword get in my hand?
Oh, wow!
Oh!
DLC packs for the Legend of Zelda.
Delightful.
Oh my god, this
Delightful.
assault rifle just popped into my hand. Weird.
Hyrule Adventure.
I know what this is gonna be. This is the trial. Yep. They announced this a while ago. It's basically just the game tossing you into an arena and stripping you of all your equipment and making you kill every enemy, which might be the coolest thing ever. That's good if you're actually crazy enough to try and find all the Korok seeds. Is that a gold one? Those things are Fierce.
Ooh.
What is this? The Champion's Ballad. That's the story DLC, which will come out. Oh wow, the first one's coming out in just a couple days or 2 weeks.
Nice.
Switch and Wii U.
What did you think? I
Oh,
actually have
that's
one
just
more
for
announcement
stuff.
that I'd like to share. The 4 champions that appeared in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be available as amiibo. The Zora champion, Mika.
Oh,
Oh
The Goron
god.
champion, Daruk.
The death of my the
The
death
Rito
of my
champion,
income.
Revolver. And the Gerudo champion, Urbosa.
I'm not gonna be buying
You will
Falco
be able to
over
use
here,
these for
but
amiibo in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
I really like Daruk
Of course, you'll be able to use these in
and
the
his
DLC
rock
packs that you just
biceps.
saw, so please look forward to them.
This changes the game. Travel the world. Bring people together. Play anywhere with anyone. If video gaming is a journey, then anywhere has to include a stop right here in LA during E3. This is Magic Week, where booths buzz and channels glow, where the game worlds you've heard about suddenly spring into life. And this summer, a new kind of heated competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch. It kicks off later today with the Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational, which brings teams from the Americas, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan to see whose colorful skills are the best. Tomorrow, the Pokken Invitational will be held. You might recognize some of our 8 competitors who will be duking it out in heated battles. Later on Wednesday, we'll see 8 players throw punches in the fun and competitive game ARMS, which launches later this week. 4 of our players will be pros, and the other 4 will be E3 attendees who rise to the top by battling on the show floor. If you're going to E3, we hope you will accept the challenge. And no matter where you are, be sure to catch up with Nintendo Treehouse Live.
They're still going to be announcing some stuff during the Treehouse Live, but I don't think we're going to be streaming for that.
And Nintendo 3DS. But now, there are a few more worlds left to visit on our journey before we land in the booth. Let's go!
Whatever you say, Beachside Reggie.
Yep.
Oh god.
No!
Enough of this!
Oh god.
Did this already. Been through this already. Thank you.
It's having a room to where most people are saying. Oh god.
Like, yeah, it looks okay, but these creatures are still abominations.
I thought we got this over with yesterday. I was like, good. This is an Ubisoft and it won't be Nintendo's.
Mario and his friends will join them in an epic quest to put the kingdom back in order. We can't wait for you to play the game on August 29th.
Still, it's coming really soon. That's impressive.
Okay. Has it gone away yet? No? Okay.
What is that? Oh, Rocket League. Yeah. Yeah, that's... We already got that earlier, though. Oh yeah, they're gonna have the exclusive. I mean, Xbox and PlayStation have their own exclusive stuff too for skins. I'm pretty sure. So.
Everyone here at Scienix, we're extremely excited to announce that Rocket League is indeed coming to Nintendo Switch. We know that both the Rocket League and Switch communities have wanted it, and now we're going to release it, complete with cross-network support that lets you play against opponents on other platforms.
The Switch version will have all the features and modes we've released thus far, plus exclusives like local
Oh
cars,
yeah, they're all crossplay.
Mario and Luigi hats for customizing your car,
Nice.
and new exclusive cars we'll talk about later this year.
Look for Rocket League on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
That's dope. Oh, is this Monster Hunter?
Oh. Yeah, I think so.
Oh no, this is Mario. Is this Mario Odyssey?
What?
Goodness.
Oh, Bundle looks so good in that outfit.
This is pretty crazy.
I love this song. This is my new ringtone forever. Mario can possess people by throwing his hat on them? That's a troubling implication.
Wow.
Whoa, okay.
This is awesome. Wow.
You can be a car. Mario can be a car. Mario can literally possess people with his hat. That's absolutely horrifying. What?
I wonder if I can just hear this song performed live in game. October. That's sooner than I expected.
That's horrifying.
Is that we're closing? Fair enough. Yeah, that was exciting. I was definitely happy about that. They announced a lot of really cool stuff. Obviously, I would have liked to have seen a actual concrete release date for Xenoblade 2 and for
It's
Fire
coming
Emblem
on a
Warriors.
holiday and stuff.
Yeah. They're about to do the Treehouse Live, but we're not going to stream for that. For more news and updates on things relating to the Nintendo E3 announcements, you can follow me on Twitter at mgameroom, and also check out MMOexaminer.com, where I'll be writing posts all day. But we are going to end the stream at this point. Thank you all for tuning in for our live E3 coverage, and come back soon for more from the Game Room.